Who are the High Stakes Club? Since their introduction in the early days of Fortnite Chapter 4, this trio has gone on to become some of the most popular original characters in all of Fortnite. But what exactly is their story? So, the High Stakes Club started as an after-school club where 3 teenagers spent the later half of their high school careers defending innocent lives from dangerous monsters. But the twist with these 3 is that they themselves are also monsters, just not the evil kind. The first of them being a witch named Helsie, but she doesn't just brew potions, as apparently those skills transferred into making boba. She's the upbeat member of the group who loves going on adventures and spending time with her 2 best friends. The second member is Lucien, who's actually a werewolf. He comes from a troubled past which he prefers to keep to himself, but because of this, he holds on to his found family closely and protects them with his life. The final member is their leader, Joni, a daywalker who defends the innocent from evil vampires. Now, why does that sound familiar? Joni is known as being the intense leader, but as time's gone on, she's learning to lighten up a bit. Now that we have the background information, let's recap their story from Chapter 4. Well, it all started back in Season 1, when the 0 Point was pulling pieces of different realities towards itself in order to form a new island, which we now know as Asteria. One of these realities was the homeworld of the High Stakes Club, which is how they got stuck in Reality 0, where they would soon meet the current ruler of that island, the Ageless, who surprisingly struck a deal with them. Apparently there were some monster problems on the island, so if they could keep those away from his kingdom, he would provide them with a safe haven. And aside from that one time where Lucien got lost on a hunt for a little while, it would seem the High Stakes Club had no issues taking care of these monsters, so life seemed to be pretty good for them. Or at least it would be until later in the chapter. So the majority of this story comes from Chapter 4, Season 4. See, the High Stakes Club were actually huge fans of this one rock star named Starfang. Her music greatly inspired the group and helped them persevere through all of their life struggles, and now their idol had also made her way to Asteria, where she was going to have a live show, and on top of that, she had heard about the High Stakes Club and wanted to meet them. The trio got super excited for this opportunity to meet their idol, and they even made new outfits for the occasion, and at first things seemed great. Starfang seemed honored at how the 3 were such big fans, but it turns out this was just all part of Starfang's plan. As it turns out, their hero was actually the evil vampire Countess Draku, who is using her rockstar persona as a way to lure in her fans to become her next victims, and now she had her sights set on the High Stakes Club. Once the crew discovered her true identity, it was time to start putting her plans into motion by completely demoralizing them. She belittled Joni's hunting capabilities, made Helsie double-guess her confidence, and got Lucien second-guessing if he could protect his friends. She figured that this would cause the group to become sloppy and make them easy prey. However, in actuality, this led to Joni meeting a fellow monster hunter named Victoria Saint, who took Joni in to be her apprentice and trained Joni to become an even better hunter than she already was. Eventually, Victoria's teacher named Shimmerdusk made her way to Asteria to take care of a different vampire problem, the time-traveling revenant named Kato Thorn. When Shimmerdusk met Joni, she was quite impressed, but believed that Joni would only reach her true potential if she left behind her friends to pursue the true hunt, and even warned Helsie and Lucien of this fate. And the High Stakes Club just laughed this off, and Helsie sent a very glittery letter to Victoria asking if she would train her and Lucien too, and Victoria actually went against her teacher's wishes and did so, and this would ultimately pay off in the end, as the High Stakes Club were more than ready to face Countess Draku. And when the final battle came, they were able to kill the wicked vampire, defying the fate Shimmerdusk told them about. And as a way to repay Victoria for teaching them, they even helped her and Shimmerdusk defeat Kato Thorn by keeping his guards distracted by causing a ruckus throughout his hotels. And now that their ultimate hunt was complete, Joni, Helsie, and Lucien agreed to step back from monster hunting for a little while and plan out their next move. After this, we actually didn't hear from this group again until Chapter 6 Season 1, where not only were the seeds for their next big adventure being planted, but we learned a bit more about their past. So in Chapter 6, the High Stakes Club are all grown up now, and they've made their way back to their homeworld, which was revealed to be Oninoshima. Helsie informs us that after their high school graduation, the gang is still all together, and that she's also been able to reunite with her childhood best friend Jade, who she apparently used to hang out with all the time before meeting Joni and Lucien. But Helsie wasn't the only one who reunited with an old friend. This is where we met the newest member of the High Stakes Club, Minato. Not much is known about him currently, but apparently he was an old friend of Joni's, and when they were attacked by a monster as little kids, whatever happened to them that day turned him into a merciless hunter. He's much more aggressive than the other three, which may be the reason why Joni seems to only somewhat trust him. But there has to be more to this story. But since he's seemingly always separate from the rest of the High Stakes Club, we haven't really gotten an opportunity to learn more about him, so hopefully someday we will. But this is for the most part where this trio's story has left off for now. We have gotten to see our favorite vampire hunters grow up, plus it seems they've gotten a lot stronger since the last time we saw them, now fully mastering their monster abilities. So I wonder if this could come into play in the future. But for now, I think it's best we just let them enjoy their summer vacation, as this could just end up being the calm before the storm for Joni, Helsie, and Lucien.